Boom, boom. This is Ken Everly. Welcome back to the channel. All right, we got a little bit solely and reloaded up today. So I've had a full day. Yesterday, I really didn't have a full day to use SSS Enming. Um, I got him in the morning, but it spent most of the day, building him up, organizing everything around, getting the proper items on him and whatnot. So I really didn't have a chance to actually play any of the updated updated play modes with him to see. But now, today I was able to do that. Plus, I want to discuss something else that started as well yesterday. So, as I mentioned yesterday, we do have nothing going on inside Time Limit except for the wheel. So please make sure you do the wheel, as you see, to get the Devil Spider. So we got that. So that's it for today. So as you see, once you get 8, you can't spin anymore. So it's but I've got everything, so that's good. But other than that, there's nothing going on. And we do have the zoo event up. So this is the second day for that. So tomorrow will be the last day. So make sure you're in there getting everything, especially the login for the day to get the actual shards. Everything else is going on through here. Mostly, pretty much everything is. There's really nothing new. It's the biographies is the item that you're getting, these right here, and you want to try to sweep as many times as you can to get all the shards, all 40 of them. Now you can purchase some of these inside of the right here, so you can purchase up to 30 if you want to. But why waste the diamonds when you can just get it from sweeping with stamina? I'm in the process of building. As you can see, I've already built my diamonds up pretty good. As you watched my video yesterday, I was down to like 3,000 diamonds, but I knew I'd be able to build it up pretty quick. But I've got everything purchased inside there that I need. The God trials going on also. You want to make sure that you participate in this. Okay, this is only going to be up for another day. You just fight as much as you can. Beat them. Just get the rewards. There's not a whole lot of good stuff in here. Really, this is the best thing to get. You definitely want to get this unless you have a bunch of them, and I already have a bunch of them. But I do want to get some of the Avatar Essence because I'm going to need that for when I get Hugh here in about 8 weeks or so. So I'm going to be processing building that back up because I used all of it on Enming to get his Avatar up as well. And the basis for shards. Like I say, I don't need any shards. If you look at my bag, I've still got these. I've already maxed out Enming 5 Sun, and I didn't touch these, and I probably might not actually need to touch them when I get you. I think I might have to pull maybe 1 or 2,000, but I think that's about it. That's how much I have stored up, and then the rest of that is probably going to be I'll bank what I need for an SP character, and then the rest of it will probably go into bringing up Lugao, and I might just go ahead and move him in, so I'll have a full triple S team. It's just something that we have to decide. So how much better are things with them? Well, they're a lot better. First of all, in the Soul Pagoda, I was able to get up to Soul Ascension. I was able to finally beat 14, so I'm now up to 15. Let's give 15 a try and see what happens. So as you can see, I've got the basic team in here. Got to put Enming in there. Okay. And then just take out, as we've got a new character now, we can start, disutilizing the SS's. And start putting that in. I'm not going to put her as a support, even though she's got a pretty good set, simply because of the fact that she really doesn't do much in terms of damage. My 3 supports do much more damage than that. I will probably be definitely at least minimum moving Lugao into a support role because he is a damage dealer. So he'll probably be taking over a role, probably from 1 of 3. I'm not sure which one yet. But yeah, so make sure you got everything. So let's see how far we can get on this. Now, as I've said before, I've started to use Enming. I'll just let this run auto. You could do a little bit better if you focus on it by making the attack the major that is spawning the minions. If you go for him directly, you can but I usually don't have to because he just charges right out anyway. But the problem is, but you can do a little bit better. But yeah, I probably won't beat this. This is the first time I've ever been to this level. But as you can see, everybody seems to be surviving pretty good. Sea Guy tanks in. If he gets targeted by one of the minions, will get killed instantly. There's not anything you can do about that. that I've been able to determine. But anyway, so what I was saying was, now that I've had a chance, yeah, Enming is definitely a high damage dealer. Now, in the arena, I noticed something different. Like when I said on the Sec Boss yesterday, Enming was like the total damage dealer. He maxed out everybody. However, when I switched to the arena, and I was able to advance several slots in the arena, Evil Eye actually did a little bit more damage than Enming, which is what I was expecting to begin with, because Evil Eye is an attacker. Enming's not an attacker. Enming is a tank. Wow, I went through that pretty quick. I still had 28 seconds left. That just shows you how much better he is. What's the next one? Is it turtles or birds? But yeah, so as I was saying, so I noticed that Evil Eye did actually do a little bit more in terms of damage inside of the arena, which is, you know, yeah, which is what I was expected. I guess the Sec Boss, stable. Okay, you see, the Sec Boss is stable, so you're actually going to attack their statue. So you're not attacking anything that's moving. So since Enming, so it's just stable. That's why Enming was able to turn out a little bit more damage in terms of that. But what's happening in the arenas, of course, is the other players, their characters are moving. So you know you're going to see a dispersal of damage. And Evil Eye did a little bit more. So he's, you know, definitely want to keep him in there if you're using him. Don't take him out, of course. But yeah, so that's something that you need to look at. But yeah, I have had no survivability issues. Survivability has increased in all areas. So he's holding his own. He's definitely a tank. Okay, he is a tank listed, and he's performing as a tank. So you don't need anything to worry about that. Yeah, and I'm just going through these. See no damage whatsoever on any of the characters. So yeah, so he's holding up. He's definitely an excellent tank as well. I'll focus on some more of that tomorrow. The season for this doesn't end for a little while. So, but yeah, I want to get my first kill, so I got to get it. You know, start getting up into 16. And then of course we'll be able to advance up much farther. Of course, once we get you as well, we'll be able to move in with her, bring her up as well. So it's noon, so get free stamina. So I've been. Let's talk about what the main focus of this video. It's they opened up a new thing. If you look at this, you'll see this little tree in the back here. That is actually the life tree. You need to participate in this. This is exceedingly important that you participate in this, and the reason is because of this right here. There's no other way to get these shards, okay, unless you actually participate. You have to actually enter into this, okay. So just make sure that you do enter into the domain, okay, because you want to participate in this. It runs on the weekend. It's only going to be on Saturday and Sunday, but it's a chance to get this chest. It's just amazing. Okay, this is awesome because this is what you need to get the SS Plus, and that's what I need. I've got, as I showed you in my last video, I have 2 of the actual ones that I actually need, but I need to complete the 3rd one to get the actual set. As you can see, I have these 2, so I need to complete the final one to get the set. So I've got the lotus and the ginseng. So if you go into the immortal herb, you'll see that snow worm, ginseng, and the lotus. So that's, you know, what I'm actually, you know, working to actually get these completed so that I can actually utilize them. And that's difficult because they don't, the shards for these are not something that you can easily get your hands on. Okay, so I really need to start building this up because I want to make a 3 full set of this. And as you can see, I have virtually no shards of this whatsoever. It's something that they do not give out very often. But the reason they don't give it out very often is because they want to make it difficult to complete a set of those. But it's inside of this shard. This will enable me to get it. So this is very important. I was waiting for them to come out with some type of event or some type of participation. Now this is a sec base. There's the sec base right here. You can only enter this twice. Okay. This, okay, as far as I could tell, this does not appear to be any limit to the amount of times that you can actually participate in this. Okay, which is okay because this is where you get this. You don't get it on the server based. So the personal is what you're doing, and I'm pretty sure this that these are associated with have to be associated with your ranking in terms of your and what you can do is you can cultivate the tree. As you can see, you could rank these up, okay, by using the cultivate, and you earn these inside the event. That'll make you a little bit stronger. You get a team bonus. Okay, so it's all server-based type stuff. So it's a pretty good event, but you do want to get it. So the rewards should come out on Monday, tomorrow, and I'm hoping I'll have at least between 10 and 12 of these. So that means it's going to take 10 weeks, of course, to get the 100. I need about 130. If I can get 12, I should be able to do it in about between about 10 weeks, hopefully, and then I'll have a full set. So I'll be completing a full SS Plus set right around the time that we are getting Q being released. So that would work out pretty well. So that's my goal. But yeah, definitely participate in the tree. Do 2 times inside of this. You get some nice diamonds, and always make sure that you can keep this going in, okay? Because when you start inside of here, okay, this only runs for certain, and then you get kicked out, okay, while you're gathering, okay. So keep floating in, because anything that can get your herbs or anything like that, you definitely want to try to participate in as much as possible, because that's a pretty big PP jump. So it's definitely, I like it, and I'm glad that they've finally given us some way to get our hands on SS Plus herbs. The only way to get them, if you don't participate in that, is of course inside of the Immortal Herb. But again, it's a chance to get this, but there's a chance to not just get snow. You chance to get any one of these. Okay, I've gotten all 3 of them in here. Don't get the snowworm that much, unfortunately. So yeah, so they've got the skins up as well. Now I haven't seen these being introduced as of yet. This just popped up. So I assume this is going to be some type of event item that will become available. It's called Fine Cloth, and you can see it's listed in events. If you look at the vines, it's called Gorgeous Brocade. I hope I'm saying that right. But as you can see, they're listed as being, that one's not even, you're not even able to get this one yet. But the rare, it's going to be in-game events. Okay, common, I'm not really sure that you would want to go for those, but it's the same thing. They do give you a little bit of buff, but if you're not using the characters, I would just focus on saving my cloth to focus on rare ones, unless there is a way to combine these fine cloths to make these gorgeous brocades. If you can combine the fine cloth to make a brocade, then you might want to hold off on that. But these are SS Plus characters, so it might be worth that if you're just starting out to maybe go for them. But I would much rather prefer to go with this. But yeah, it depends. If the fine cloth that you get here, if this fine cloth is not combinable into a brocade, sure, I would go ahead and get all of the skins for these characters, because they do give you a buff, and it's a team buff. It's not a character buff, so it's going to give you some BP, but anyway you look at it. So keep that in mind. But we'll have to see in-game events. I'm assuming the next this just came out this weekend, so it's definitely it will probably, my assumption is it's going to be larger events, because I didn't see any of it inside of the God Trials. Now the God Trials is 2-based. This is local based and server based. This is the server based version where your server's participating, server wide accumulation. It doesn't appear to be in here as well either. Okay, So it's apparently not being utilized yet, but it will be. We will be able to get fine cloth. I'm not exactly sure how much. If somebody saw it, I have not seen it. I didn't see it anywhere inside of here, and I look, so I'm not exactly sure where it's at. But I assume in the next event we'll probably see it. Like I say, they gave us the skin for tank, tank. So I assume that they'll be offering it other skins capable of getting them. They offered the skin for tank right here, right here. So whether or not, yeah, so I assume they're going to make these things a little bit more easier to get. They're still in the battle pass, of course. They have entered. You do have Lu Gao in here. We'll see Zhu in here shortly after the event's over. They usually comes out pretty quick. Usually within like a week or so, they update the shop. So we should see Enming here. I would say probably within the next week or so, Enming will be added here. I'm not going to go for his sked. I'm just going to wait for Hugh. I mean, Hugh's my attacker. My assumption is that even at God 0, she'll be maxing out easily. She'll be the most powerful on there. So that's what I'm going to do. So she'll be, of course, the primary focus. And once we get her up, I'll be able to get her to 5-star immediately. I should be able to get her up within a day or two. I've got the mats, pretty much all the mats that I need for that. But she's an attacker, so you've got 3 sets of mats. So what I am doing right now is focusing just on Enming. He uses different mats, so I can start bringing him up in terms of maxing out. As you can see, I've got all the ones I need for him. So I'm gonna start focusing on bringing him up, and he will be the one that I actually utilize my time on until now that I've pretty much got everything I need for Hugh, and then we'll just build up the other things. But yeah, that's where we're at. So yeah, I just wanted to do that. But yeah, so Evil Eye was still the master in terms of damage, not by much though. But in some phases you'll see that. So if it's a stationary target, you're probably going to see more damage from Enming. Moving around and inside of the arena, so Evil Eye is still in there. You definitely want to keep him in your team for the time being, unless you're going to replace him with one of the other triple S's. But I did want to point that, and definitely start focus on this Grandmaster. Just focus on the life tree. I haven't got the entire scoop on what it does yet. I know you can rob inside the server. You get 2 rob chances. There doesn't really appear to be. I'm in the leaderboard number 3, so. I got to figure out exactly what it does, jumping around here, start beating and things like that, and determine exactly what usefulness it is. My defensive lineup is not set properly. I need to change that. I need to change that. I'll change that later. Yeah, but definitely participate in this because we do want to get these chests. That's very important. All right, so that's all I got. I just want to go ahead and bring that up, let you know that it is up, and definitely want to participate in the God Trials too to get some of that Avatar essence, and you can also get the best Soulbone set in there, the red ones, if you're lacking on those as well. All right, so thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe. Once you subscribe, you'll see the bell. Click on it. You get notified each time I drop a video. Kid Mirror coming at you from the corner, signing out.